The Big Talker KIOL this hour is driven by Western Motor. ShopWesternMotor.com. ShopWesternMotor.com. Happy Wednesday, Southwest Kansas. Thanksgiving Eve. Can you believe it? Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I don't believe it. I really don't. Tanner, how about you, buddy? Can you believe Thanksgiving is right around the corner? It just doesn't seem possible.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Time's just this year's gone so fast. But what a great time of year.
It is. It's a wonderful time of year. Temperatures are cooled down and have a lot of good deals on cars and a lot of wonderful things happening at Western Motor. I'd like to get started. Didn't really do this last time you were on. I'd always like to kind of get to know folks a little bit. What attracted you to the car industry, Tanner?
Well, that's a great question, Bill. Everything that I've always done throughout my career has been relationship centered, right?
Okay.
So, the sales is a family business. My grandpa owned a John Deere dealership and sold tractors for years and years, and I fell in love with sales when I was sitting in his office when I was about 10, and I've just kind of matriculated my way here to Western Motor. It's a great way to build relationships, and an even better way to help some people get into something that really meets their needs.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Is the car? And I've said this before. I'll say this again. The car industry is more about relationships than honestly just about any other industry around, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I honestly believe that, the great thing about selling vehicles here at Western Motor is most of my customers I see out at the grocery store or, at functions and, they're
at IHOP,
at IHOP, like
at
we
IHOP,
saw you.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was, you guys are my friends. And so, it's a great opportunity to build those relationships
yes.
and do everything I can to help my friends.
And my God, the omelets at IHOP. Oh my goodness.
It's a winner.
Oh my goodness. A winner chicken dinner for sure.
Absolutely.
How did you get to be so good at building relationships? Because as someone who is in the relationship business as well, it's not easy. It's not easy to do that, is it?
No, I think I think the biggest part of building a relationship is listening, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, all too often, and I've seen peers that are this way. I've been in situations where I don't feel like I'm listened to. It's about listening to the customer and trying to figure out if I can meet their needs. And honesty is a big part of that, Bill. I think relationships are built on trust, and I do my very best to try to deliver on anything I promise.
Yeah.
So, but being honest with people, being fair, having people's best interests at heart, I think that those are really the key, so foundational elements to building any strong relationship. And I love people. I really do.
Yep.
I love meeting new people. I love learning about new people, and I like being a part of their lives.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And as you were with me, you were honest with me when as we've started to looking around about how I wanted to do things in regards to the financing. Like, hey, that may not be the best route to go because I wasn't familiar. And I'm still really honestly not that familiar with how things work here versus how they work back home when it comes to buying a car. And I'll always be grateful for that because others would say, okay, fine, and wouldn't have given me, okay, here's what the difference is going to be. Here's why this isn't the best decision. And that's what is so great about yourself and about the other sales folks over at Western Motor is because of stuff like that. You're not gonna you're going to make sure the customer is as informed as possible before making the final decision.
Well, absolutely, Bill. I think, one thing that's really stressed here is that we genuinely want our customers to do what's best for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about selling a car for us. Certainly not for me. It is about building a relationship. And, if it's not going to work out initially, that's fine. I mean, relationships are long-term things, and I understand that. So, I'm much more interested in making sure you or anyone else that comes into my office
mm-hmm.
has as much information as you can possibly have to make a really good decision for yourself, because then everybody's happy.
Exactly right. 100%. So you have a pretty nice featured vehicle this week you'd like to talk about.
Yes, we do. It is a 2019 Subaru Outback 2.5i Premium. It is pearl white in color, has 30,000 miles on it, listed at $27,788. Now, the great thing about the Subaru is, it's generally considered to be the safest vehicle on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Our marketing person who you're familiar with, Brett Riggs, drives the Subaru, and they're awesome vehicles.
Yes, they are.
All-wheel drive, has the moonroof, has the navigation system. The only thing this car doesn't do is drive itself.
Yeah, which sooner or later, a few years from now, it may.
Heavens knows it's configured that way.
Yes, yeah, most definitely. Subarus are honestly about as good as it gets. As you said, they're a safe vehicle. They're a great vehicle to drive. I know many people that drive Subarus, Brett included. It's such a great and safe vehicle.
Absolutely, yeah. We love Subarus. I've sold several, and my customers who've bought them have been very happy.
I've driven several. I haven't bought one, but it would be something, honestly, that I would strongly consider. I've always been a big fan of Subarus. Also,
well, and the thing to remember, Bill, is both you and I, we're big guys. We can fit in a Subaru.
Yes, very much so. It's a nice big car, lots of room, lots and lots of room for sure. Also, everyone's favorite days are coming up. Happy Honda Days are just around the corner, and so many great deals going to be ongoing with Honda.
Right. So Happy Honda Days starts on November 29th, and that means we've got incredibly low interest rates through the holiday season on select new 21 and 22 Hondas because there's always a caveat, right? When they're financed through Honda Financial Services. Now, the thing to remember about that, Bill, everybody knows what the inventory situation's been like.
Yes.
But it's important to remember you can reserve your new Honda today. You just have to give us a call here at Western Honda, or certainly our used building, or you can check us out on shopwesternhonda.com and see what our inventory looks like.
What does the inventory look like right now? Where are things at right now in terms of new Honda inventory?
Well, we have a couple.
Okay.
We have a few. We've got a couple of Accords. We've got a Ridgeline. We're getting some CRVs in. We're getting an Odyssey in. Things are trickling in slowly.
Slowly but surely.
Yes, slowly but surely.
Absolutely. And as the CRVs, again, like going back to you and I being both bigger guys, CRV brings a lot of room to the picture too.
Absolutely. I mean, it's sort of that first step into the SUV market.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got all the room that an Accord offers, except you sit up higher, you have more headspace, and you've got the option of all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they are fantastic vehicles. It's been the best-selling Honda vehicle for a number of years.
Yep, 100%. It's a great vehicle for sure. Also, you guys are doing some pretty cool stuff with one of my favorite organizations. I talk to them every week, Emmaus House. You're doing a food drive for Emmaus House. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, with Thanksgiving coming up, and then the subsequent holiday season, we are getting into the spirit of giving here at Western Motor by doing a food drive, which is kicking off this week to help Emmaus House with its Christmas food box distribution in December. So obviously, we're going to do this. We're looking for community assistance. You can find out more information on our Facebook pages, and you can find a list of items that are most needed and that you as a member of the community can donate. Awesome.
And that's another great thing about Western Motor is just all the wonderful work that you do in the community. It's not just about selling cars, but it's about helping out the community at large.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we consider ourselves, I think, to a person here, even as employees, as community stewards, and the role we play in our community is just as important as the role we play at work.
Yep. And also, you guys are going to be involved in Freshman Career Day. I've talked to Lana about this, about Roy about this. This is a really, really big deal coming up for freshman students at Garden City High School on December 1st.
It is, and it is. It's the Garden City High School Freshman Career Day. We've got an entire team of people who are going to attend that and talk about careers in the automotive industry and certainly Western Motors specifically. So, yeah, we're very excited about that.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and having learned a lot recently about how the high school operates, it's very different from other high schools, and I love it. We are so lucky to have the high school run the way it is, and I just absolutely love the way that it's run. It's so different than anything I've seen before, and it seems to be very effective.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got my oldest daughter, Mackenzie, goes there, and I've certainly been impressed with the high school and everything that they do for our students.
If they're interested, or any of the other vehicles you have there at Western Motor, how can they go about getting in touch?
Well, so obviously you can call in our line, 620-275-4291. You can call us at 866-940-8582. Or you can, certainly call my cell phone, which is 620-277-5994. Those are probably the best ways to get in touch with us.
And check out shopwesternmotor.com and shopwesternhonda.com. Happy Honda Days coming up starting on Monday. Tanner, thanks so much, buddy. Always appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Happy holidays.
You too.